What's up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Florida Panthers Daily. It's your host, Jacob Williams here. Panthers exceeding expectations, at least my expectations for the most part, in regards to this past road trip. Talked about in previous videos how difficult this road trip was going to be. Panthers haven't played great up to this point on the road. You're playing against really tough teams like Tampa, who's in first place, Colorado, who is the number one team in the NHL, Dallas, who is playing very well, and then still a good Utah team. I talked about, hey, expectations coming into this road trip. If we can pick up 4 points, that would be a really good goal, and I'd be happy with that. Panthers ended up picking up 6 points, 3 victories, and then that one loss against a really tough team in Colorado, but wanting to go and talk about and breaking down the game that we saw last night. So Panthers taking on the first place Lightning in Tampa. Great game. Panthers win by a score of 5-2. We seem to play well against some of the tougher opponents, and we're starting to play better. Guys like Sam Bennett, Carter Verhaeghe, Sam Reinhart are really starting to step up and play a lot better in the absence of some of these other guys. And really, we're starting to get accustomed to not having Barkov, Kachuk, Gadjevich, Nosek, some of these other guys in the lineup. And really, really cool to see. Again, Tampa's kind of been fluttering here. Tampa drops to 18, 12, and 3. Panthers improve to 17, 13, and 2. And again, we're going to just talk about starting off early, starting off quick with Sam Reinhart getting the scoring started with that shorthanded goal. Then Lundell, first 4 minutes of the game, we go up 2-0. And then that really set the pace for the entire game. Marchand got on the board. Reinhart then scored again. He had 2 goals in the game. Verhaeghe had a goal and an assist. And scoring, we took a 4-0 lead. 4-1 lead. Tampa scored in the final minute of the second period, took a 4-1 lead to the third period, and really that was pretty much a wrap. But no, really impressive just how we've played on this road trip. Like I've said, haven't shown to be a great team on the road thus far this season. Really important to go and pick up those 6 points. And now we're heading back home for a long stretch, and we're going to talk into that next. But really just impressive of how the Cats have played, especially with the injuries. And now we're really starting to go and gain some confidence of, doesn't matter where we're playing, doesn't matter what their record is, doesn't matter who we have, who we don't have. The guys that we do have are winning. They're starting to build confidence, and that's really great for this group. But talking about going and coming home, so the Panthers, this is going to be something to where they're going to be coming home similar to the stretch before we just went on this 4-game road trip, to where we have the Kings at home, the Hurricanes at home, the Blues at home. We go for one road trip to Carolina for a game. Then we come back home after Christmas. We have the Lightning at home, Capitals at home. We have the Canadians at home. And then we go and we play in the Winter Classic. And then we have the Avalanche at home. So within like an 8 to 9 game stretch right there, we have 8 games that are being played in South Florida, including the Winter Classic, and then that one road game in Carolina, which again, Carolina, they're a really good team as well. But in regards to kind of expectations and what we can expect, this is really a period of time to where we need to take advantage of playing at home, going and playing with some confidence there. Again, the East is absolutely loaded. We're going to be playing against tough teams at home, like the Hurricanes, like the Canadians, like the Capitals. The Kings are struggling a little bit, but we need to keep the momentum and continue this streak. It's hard to say, like, okay, this is a specific amount of points that I'd love for us to pick up within that stretch or that period of time, but just continuing to play well, play complementary hockey. Bobrovsky went and played again great tonight. Sam Reinhart's been on fire. Continuing to play great hockey, especially at home, is kind of what the expectation is and what I would like to see. There's times to where sometimes we're not putting everything together. We're not playing complementary hockey like the Nashville game, or we're getting complacent, but every single inch of the ice, every single puck battle, every single shift, just having the mindset of what can I do everything to the best of my ability and do everything with relentless effort. If we can continue to play like that, I will go and be happy in regards to the team, and then also just where we are. I feel like if we can play that way, we're talented enough to go and make the playoffs. Currently, where the seeding at right now is we are still in 5th place in the Atlantic. Now, again, how it calculates the positioning is by points. It doesn't factor in of, okay, there may be a team that is tied with us in points but have played 2 more games than us. So again, we have 36 points. Boston is ahead of us by 2 points. They've played 1 more game than us. Okay. Montreal is ahead of us by 2 points. They've played the same amount of game as us. So it's like those two teams don't win. We win. We're gonna leapfrog them in the standings to then we'll be third and we'll be in a playoff spot. Detroit's played 1 more game than us. They have 3 points on us, and same thing with Tampa. So we are very, very close to really being atop of the Atlantic. We need to continue to play well. But again, it is so bunched up in this division and really in the Eastern Conference in a whole. Every single point matters. Every single game matters. And we need to continue to play great. Also, another cool thing. So this game played against the Lightning, they have this thing called like point differential on the stats. So the point differential is they do the total for the season. How many goals have you given up? How many goals have you scored as a team over the course of the season? And we went and we just got above in the plus point differential. So we're now +2 in the point differential. Again, last 10, 5-4-1. We're on a 2-game winning streak, so that's big. We need to continue this point streak and really continue to go and pick up some points here. Home, we're 10-6-2. Away, we're 7-7. So that away record looks a little bit bigger now, but need to continue this good play. And hopefully we can continue that on Wednesday with playing a not great Kings team and then heading home. Look for the next video that's going to be coming out tomorrow with my best bets and my game preview for that game. Don't want to miss that. Now I want to go and talk about some news that are around the league. I talked about this in the last video of going, and there have been some major trades that have been going on around the league. Quinn Hughes is obviously a part of the Minnesota Wild, and Tristan Jarry is a part of the Edmonton Oilers. Stuart Skinner is a part of the Pittsburgh Penguins now, but Quinn Hughes had some high praise for his GM in regards to just his confidence and the boldness to be able to go and make a trade for somebody. So the GM from the Wild is Bill Guerin, and this is a quote from Quinn Hughes. So, quote, "I've got a lot of time for Billy for quote unquote sacking up and making the deal. There were other teams that probably could have thrown in certain packages like that too, but at the end of the day, they didn't want to do that, or they didn't want to trade 2 or 3 assets from their team like Billy did. I'll remember that as sort of kind of a sign of respect." And really, I think it's really impressive of the confidence, the boldness of the Minnesota Wild on like, hey, we want to win now, picking up a guy like that. So kudos to Bill, kudos to Quinn Hughes. Hopefully he'll be able to have success there. I know there's been talks of Quinn finally or eventually wanting to go and play with his brothers in New Jersey, Luke and Jack. We'll see how that happens, or if he ends up staying in Minnesota. But as a GM, that's something that you want to go and hear as just, hey man, thanks for the appreciation and wanting to go and trade a guy like you. So I think that's really interesting. Some news kind of around the league. And then also, don't forget, lastly, to enter into our Christmas giveaway. Got the Christmas tree behind me. Done some giveaways before. Make sure you guys are entering into that. December 24th is when we're going to announce the giveaway winner. So that is the last day to go and enter. So 8 days left to go and enter into the giveaway. You got to do 3 things. Make sure you are following Florida Panthers Daily. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Obviously, same thing as following. Make sure you guys are going and liking the videos, and then also making sure that you guys drop a comment on the videos. We love to know your feedback, kind of what you think, things that we can go and improve on. Trying to go, and one thing that we've been working on is trying to make these videos a little bit longer, something I've been cognitive about, and trying to go and apply that to the videos. So hopefully that's been helping and been improving the channel. Guys, thank you again so much for watching Florida Panthers Daily. Hope to see you guys on tomorrow's episodes as we preview the matchup against the LA Kings. And a great another victory for the Cats, throwing up the W. We'll see you guys on the next episode. As always, go Cats.